Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a fun 2-page Halloween layout using the Spooktacular kit from Close to My Heart. It actually looks like it's an older kit, but they have it in stock, at least when I am doing this voiceover. And I just absolutely loved the sayings and the different I guess I'll call them icons, pictures. So I did this layout while at a crop. And so I apologize. I guess the camera is a little bit shaky at points. I tried to get that better as I went on with the day, but for the time being, it is a little bit shaky with this video. So I actually bought this cut file, I believe from Pear Tree cut files. I will actually have to check that out, or CUTtoYou. So I will check that out and have the correct link down below for you. And what I decided to do is make a shaker pocket out of the boo, at least one of the boos. I got some Halloween sequins from Close to My Heart as well. And so I am going to attempt to do that. I wanted my glue to dry a little bit, so I actually am going to move on to kind of the layout, I guess you could say. And so I wanted to do stripes kind of going across the page about the width of each boo. And so I just went and grabbed 3 different papers because the top boo is going to be the shaker. And I just cut them into strips, like I said, kind of measuring them with the width of, or the height of the boo, and kind of placing them there. It did take a little bit to kind of get them all lined up and kind of how I wanted it. So I let this boo dry and forgot that I still had to add a backing piece to this. I am still trying to figure out the best way to do the shaker pockets. I have had several people comment foam tape is the way to go. However, I don't have any that is this thin or thin enough. So if you know of a great place to get super thin foam tape, please comment down below, because I am looking at it. I'm really liking the way that the shaker pockets look. So you can see how I'm kind of setting up the layout. These are pictures from his school party, and I just absolutely love them. My mom worked at school and snapped these photos for me, and I thought she did an amazing job. So I am going to just back this with white and then another color as well. I'm going to use the orange here and put that kind of up top from the spider web. There's something about the spider webs recently in me scrapbooking Halloween that I'm actually loving. I don't love spiders, but I like the look of spider webs in my Halloween layouts. So here's where I think I'm going to attempt the shaker pocket. One thing I found with this Halloween sequence is that the sequins were quite a bit larger than normal sequins. There were pumpkins and ghosts in them and spiders, and I feel like it almost made it even more difficult to kind of shove them into the shaker pocket because I don't have the foam tape. I think with the foam tape it would have worked a lot better, but I did my best and kind of just reached in to move the sequins up, and I guess it's not really a shaker pocket because those sequins are not moving. But it is what it is, and I still like the way that it looks. So I'm going to let that dry and then continue on with the layout. I am going to kind of place the stripes like you see here, and I wanted the edge of the bee to line up on each paper, and so that's kind of how I started out. So you can see that I placed the cut file there and then kind of place the paper, keep it in place, and tape it down. And again, this is kind of where it gets really shaky because I'm taping, so I apologize for that. I do believe that the videos from the crop continue to get better. I actually was able to get 11 videos done for the crop, so you will be seeing a bunch of those come November, so stay tuned for that. And I am also working on how to pack for a crop video. I recorded beforehand kind of me packing, but still have to do the intro and stuff, so that'll be up here shortly as well once I have some time to edit that. So now I'm just going to glue down the cut file here and the spider web, and then I always, try to, not always, I guess a lot of times I try to kind of incorporate, I guess, the same stripes or the same papers on both pages. And so you can see I'm kind of gonna place the photo there and use the zip strips as well to fill in some of that white space up top. So instead of backing this layout, I'm going to actually use the zip strips instead, which are the branding strips from the papers, and kind of make sure that those go all the way across. And I guess that was just a part of the piece of paper, but this one is another piece of paper too. I think the bottom one, sorry, is a zip strip. Those look like both papers that are on the collection. But I'm going to place that up top and then kind of continue over with page 2. So I am going to cut those. I did cut those stripes. Wow, I completely missed that. Whoops. So I'm just going to line up these papers, and so they go all the way across as well. So you can see that, some of them are longer than others because that middle boo kind of sticks out further than the other ones. But I believe they're kind of going to be covered up by photos, if I remember correctly. But I also am going to carry over those strips at the top. And now that you can see it, must have been off camera when I couldn't see it. But you see the stripe I put down at the bottom too. That is a zip strip, and I am going to use the other zip strip and continue that across as well. I just love these colors. I am totally usually a kind of traditional color scrapbooker, but I love the addition of the green. And then if I had a girl, I probably would add lots of purple too, but I try to kind of keep that at a minimum. But I am going to back these photos. This is my son and a couple of his friends, and then again use, I believe, the orange paper for both. I apologize, I did a lot of scrapbooking over the weekend, so I don't completely remember exactly what papers I used to back the photos. And the placement of the layout in the video gets better as well. I used my kind of mixed media mat to keep me in camera view, I guess, because as you can see, you cannot see the right hand layout very well. So I did realize that after the video was done and fixed that. But I guess when it's not, in your own space, you kind of figure it out as you go. So the cut file that I bought came with this additional spider web, and so I decided to put that onto page 2, again, kind of to incorporate the two layouts again. And then I'm just gonna go to the sticker sheet because that is kind of the base of the layout, and I found on the sticker sheet this kind of banner, and I thought it was so cute. So I cut it so it kind of carries over the 2 pages as well, and love the way that looked. The sticker sheet had a couple of spiders, so I added those to the spider webs. And then I don't usually like float my embellishments, but there was a group of 3 bats, and obviously bats are kind of flying, so I added the bats like they're flying in the top right corner, and then really needed something on the left hand side of page 2. So went to the sticker sheet again and found a really cute mummy dog that I am going to add to that open space there, and then just add, I believe, some stars to kind of make it more so into a cluster. And I think that is actually going to finish off the layout. I really liked having the white background. Usually I would kind of splatter, but I liked the stark white with this layout. And so I am just going to cut this kind of into a banner because it is kind of sticking out, and that is going to finish off the layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Halloween layout. I will link the collection down below if you like what you see, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.